But we're going to start off today with a good way for a teenager to learn the responsibility of having a car, and that is learning how to maintain and service it. Scott Community College is hosting a summer camp called First Car Smarts, and Jim Lyon is an auto diesel instructor who's teaching that camp to 14 to 17-year-olds in July this year. Jim, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Have you been working on a car all your life? Has this been something that's been part of your upbringing?
Even through high school. I went through an auto program in high school.
But you worked as a mechanic then?
After that, yes.
But cars are not nearly the same as they were.
Oh, no.
Back in the day.
They have changed.
And you are able to teach the brand new kind of techniques and with new cars?
Yes, we get the students and we tell them about the basics, and then we bring them up to speed to what the computerized cars are doing now and where it's even going to go into the future.
So these are kids in some cases who don't drive yet, you know, the 14 and 15-year-olds, you know. So does this work the same whether they have ever driven or not?
It'll still work the same because, you know, they always getting in a car when they're going to a soccer game or whatever. So, you know, if a light comes on the dash, hopefully they'll learn something in the course that we'll be teaching them, and that they can tell their moms, like, hey.
I think it's amazing you're able to teach this stuff, because you just mentioned the light coming on the dash. Most of us just, we make the call, you know, but in this case, you're going to teach them what to do about the light that comes on?
Things that they can do, you know, get the owner's manual out, look to see what the light is, and it could be just as simple as low fluid. And they'll be able to check underneath the hood and figure that out. Well,
you have this checklist. I'm going to hold it up. This is the multi-point inspection. This is a part of what you teach.
Correct.
Go through with the kids.
We'll be teaching them, like, doing a demonstration on oil change, how to change oil in their vehicle, and then how to check all the fluid levels, because that is very important, the fluid levels in the vehicle.
Yeah, I see under the vehicle, under the hood, all the tires. There's a lot of on here, the interior and exterior. If nothing else, you get to know what all the different things mean: transmission fluid and power steering brake fluid and all of that.
And we'll show them what, you know, a good color of the fluid would be according to a bad color.
Okay, we just teach them colors. That's right. That's a big thing, right?
It is a big thing.
Now tell me what these things are, Jim.
These are our diagnostic tools that we have that the students will be getting in there, and that the instructor who will have them at that point would be having them rolling down windows on the vehicle. They could be honking the horn. They could be doing a bleeding system on the brake system.
So these aren't fired up right now, but they show what would show on the screen?
On the screen, they could have a digital reading or an analog reading if they were checking to see why the analog brake light was on. And they can spin the wheel and they will see a pattern going across the screen. And if there was a bad spot in there, they would know that it's the tone ring and not the sensor itself.
Got it. So now you've taught this before to young teens of this age. How interested are they in this? I mean, they sign up for it, so they must have an interest. But do they get excited about car service?
We do have a few that do get excited about it, and it's hard to believe, but a lot of them are the girls. Well,
I wanted to ask you about that. It sounds like a sexist question, but you have the girls in there.
That is correct.
And do you feel that they have a particular, like maybe they want to be mechanics for a profession someday?
Some are looking at it that way. Last year, I know we had one young gal go through there, and she was going to go into the military, and she wanted to be a mechanic in the military.
There you go. Wow. Well, I know you're a military guy as well, so that was kind of near and dear to your heart, huh?
That is correct.
Well, yeah, when she said that. And so tell me about the girls who sign up. Is it about half and half now, or not as many girls?
It's usually 2 or 3 girls in the summer camp.
Okay. Now, I think you were telling me before the show that in the past, people thought that their kids were going to learn how to drive, and that's not what this course is about.
No.
It doesn't. You're not. Although you probably could. But that's not what this is. You don't put them behind the wheel.
No, we don't put them behind the wheel. But we have one instructor, when they are using the computer, he'll have them ride in the vehicle with them, and then they can see on speed sensors on the tires. So they can diagnose it.
How about diagnosing noises? That is something that drives me crazy about a car. You're driving a car, it makes that noise, and you're trying to describe to the mechanic what the noise is. Do you have the kids ride in the car and listen for clunks and squeaks and
when we get
taps?
Well, yeah, when we get into brakes, you know, it's like, is it a heavy metal sound? Is it a light metal sound? Does it, you know, when does it do it? Turning corners, accelerating, hitting the brakes, you know? When does this all happen? Is it cold or warm outside?
We all need to know this stuff. Do you teach this to adults, Jim?
You know, it'd probably be good to have a class for adults to come in. I'm sure we get quite a few to come in.
You would, no kidding. First Car Smarts is what this is called. It's for 14 to 17-year-olds, boys and girls. Costs $129.
That is correct.
They're going to be in there for a week. And is it all day, every day?
It's 1 to 4 o'clock.
1 to 4. Okay, there you go, in the afternoon. And just think that, talk about a lifelong skill that you could always use.
And when they want to get into bigger things, we'll also have them go on the diesel with the truck, semi-tractor trailers
Really?
too.
And then throw in a cooking class, Jim, and it's everything you need to know for life. Right there.
That is true.
Okay.
That is true.
Jim, it was good to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you're doing for these teens, because I think it sounds invaluable.